to be here today to open up the San Jacinto Valley Women's Conference. And I'm so excited that you have welcomed me. How grateful are you for this wonderful, wonderful breakfast? And how thankful are you to be here today where you get to learn so many amazing things and meet so many wonderful ladies.
Yes.
So my topic is start your day the grateful way. Now what does that have to do with open doors? When you are more grateful, you will open the doors of your mind and open your life to most amazing possibilities that you could ever imagine. So today I'm going to give you some tips on how to be grateful every morning, every night, so that you can become more relaxed, peaceful and calm, trusting and faithful in your life, rather than being a way that I can often be, stressed, worried, filled with fear. But when I use this method that I'm going to teach you today, I find that I relax and I trust, and then everything in my life starts to work out. So, the first step to being grateful is every morning, write down one item that you're grateful for. It could be your house. It could be your children. It could be your spouse. It could be your job. Now, I said this to a friend, and she said, well, I say that every day. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for my house. But I just don't feel it. It doesn't speak to me. I say it, but I don't feel grateful. And I said to her, once you write that one item down, then write several sentences, a paragraph, as many pages as you want, of why. Why are you grateful for your house? And as you walk down the street and see the homeless man, or the rows of the tent cities, or cardboard houses, does that remind you of why you are so grateful to have a roof over your head, so appreciative that you have a door to lock at night, to be protected from this amazing rain that we've had quite a bit lately, and that you're safe in your home. You may not like certain things about your home, and you have problems with the plumbing all the time, but what reminds you why you are so appreciative to have what you have in your life, that you have a job that can pay for that mortgage or the rent, to live in that place with a roof over your head. And so when you do that every day, you start to shift. You start to become more grateful and appreciative of what you have. So now, this rest of the talk, I'm going to talk to you about how to be grateful for what is to come. How to be grateful in your future. So some years ago, I was in a place of, why are all my friends dating and they have boyfriends and they're getting married and I can't seem to find anybody? I'll go on a date with someone and I won't like them, but they'll like me, or I'll like them and they won't like me. I can't find anyone I have anything in common with. I'm never going to get married, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And one day I was having lunch with my friend and her fiancé. And I was watching them, and I realized how much these two were so in love. When I saw that, something finally clicked with me, and I said, you know what, that is what I want, that is what I deserve, and I'm not going to settle. Now, if that is not my path, I have to let it go. I want to be married, I want to have children someday, but there are some things we don't have full control over. You know, it's a two-way partnership, so you got to find that other person to agree. So I finally let go. And the same friend of mine talked to me about a letter writing technique that over time I have tweaked, and that's what I'm going to talk to you today about. So I wrote a letter, and it was a gratefulness letter. And this letter included all of the values that I was looking for in a relationship. It had nothing to do with the materialism. It wasn't about the $1 million man and so on and so forth. It was about, he loves me as much as I love him. And the letter sounded something like this. I'm so grateful to be dating this wonderful, amazing man who loves me as much as I love him. He makes me laugh and I make him laugh. We have such a similar personality. We're so goofy together. I just really appreciate being with this person. I'm so excited, and so on. And I just filled, it was probably 2 or 3 pages of values. And values are what is important to you when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to your career. What is important to you and what is going to drive you towards a certain goal. So I took this letter and I wrote it and read it every morning and every night. And I did this for 6 months. And in that 6 months, I became more relaxed, more calm, more trusting. I became more confident, and I would roll my shoulders back and have my head held up a little higher. The letter helped me to become a better decision maker. When I was reading that letter, and then if I went on a date with someone, for instance, immediately if I realized this person, no, we don't share the same values, we don't agree about the same things in life, I can't go on another date with this person. Now in the past I would have been, well, he did ask me out on a date, and he asked me out again, and what if no one else asks me out, and that kind of thinking. So this helped me to stay strong, and just trust, and be a better me, and not devalue myself. And after 6 months, without even realizing it, of somebody who had been a friend in my life for many years, we started dating. And he's now my husband. We've been married for almost 12 years. So this letter, as I emphasize, and I'm going to keep emphasizing for this talk, helps you to remove your worry, your fear, and your stress. Helps you to stay focused, faithful, trusting, calm. While you take the physical steps that you need to take towards that career you're working on, the relationship, and whatever else you want to bring into your life. So this letter is for a situation in your life where you're just constantly worried. Maybe it's your child who is really struggling in school. Now you can't control another person, but where is the worry going on in your life? And when you write down this thankfulness letter in the morning, I'm so grateful that my daughter is getting A's and B's in English now. I'm so grateful that she has a wonderful tutor who's helping her, and her grades have improved, and she's so much happier. Because obviously your child's stress is your stress. And maybe you're struggling finding a good tutor. So you just write that down. So this letter is it's written to be specific, present tense, and positive. Specific, written in the present tense, and positive. So you're writing about something, it hasn't happened yet, but don't think about that. You're just writing it as if it's already occurred. So let's use an example. For instance, let's say you're a teacher and you're looking for a job as a teacher, as a middle school 6th grade English teacher. And so in this letter, you're going to say, I'm so grateful that I'm now working at such and such middle school in such and such city. And you're going to describe the kind of wonderful students you have. You're going to describe your principal, the teachers you're working with. You're going to mention all of the positives. Because maybe in the past, you've had situations where your principal was very difficult to work with. Maybe your coworkers were very difficult to work with. Or maybe the environment, whatever it was. So go ahead and be specific. What is important to you? That's what I mentioned earlier, those values. What is important to you when it comes to your career, your relationship? In other relationships, have you had people who have cheated on you? So what's important to you in a relationship is that I'm with someone who I trust and he trusts me. We have a very trusting, honest relationship. So be specific, write the letter to be in the present tense, and make it positive. So as I mentioned, I wrote my thankfulness letter every morning, and I write it and I read it every morning and every night. So when you write down, this is kinesthetic. We have 5 senses. Visual, what we see. Auditory, what we hear. Kinesthetic, what we feel, what we physically are involved with. Touch. And then what we taste and what we smell. Those are our 5 senses. This letter writing process teaches you the first 3. What you see, what you hear, what you feel. So when you're sitting there and you're writing, that's the kinesthetic part. I'm so grateful for this and this. You see what you're writing, visual. Then you go back over and you read it out loud. You hear what you're reading, and you see it again. You've just tapped into 3 of your senses, bringing that letter alive, bringing that desire, that situation in your life alive, so that in your mind it really is happening. As I said, mine took 6 months to happen. I've written other letters, they've taken 3 months. Just you have to be consistent every day with writing this letter. In the morning when you wake up, and then at night as you're about to go to bed and you've had all this stress for your day, sit down, write this letter with a smile on your face, put all that stress on the paper, and go to sleep peacefully. Now during your day, you might be going to the market, you're sitting in the car, and a thought comes to you, and at that moment, just get excited. Another, bringing the letter alive, feeling it within your body, all throughout your cells, from top to bottom, inside out and outside in. Get excited. I'm so excited that I'm in this new, amazing, healthy relationship. This wonderful person. I'm so excited about this new job I got at this such and such place. It's just so amazing. And again, even though it hasn't happened yet, keep getting excited about it. And before you know it, in ways that you could never imagine, situations are going to occur. Now, this speaking engagement today, and I forgot to thank lovely Lori Morris for inviting me here, but this in itself, I'm so grateful to be here, and it came in the most unexpected way. When I was working on other things, and then I got a phone call. You got picked to speak at this event. So how events are going to come in your life? When we've been networking with each other for quite a while, but I didn't know she put my name into a pot of other ladies to be a speaker today. And then this came about. So you never know how things come about in your life. How you're going to meet someone. How you're going to be led to another job, a better job. Now, when you write this letter every morning, let me give you an example. Maybe you are in a job that is a very toxic environment. And as I kind of mentioned, struggles with a boss or struggles with the coworkers. And you go there with a stomachache. And it's just such an environment that you can't take it. But you write this letter in the morning. And you do it every day. Every day. What do? You write the letter every day. No matter what. No matter how sad you are, no matter how happy you are, write it every day. So you go to work. And over time, you're going to discover one of 3 things. Either something is going to shift in the work environment for the better. Something's going to change. Those people are going to change, or something is going to change. Number 2, maybe those people are just going to go away. Or 3, you're going to start changing. And that problem that you had, you're not going to notice it anymore. Something will change because you're happier, you're calmer, you're more peaceful because you're more thankful and grateful in your life. So then, at the end of the letter, you write, I'm so grateful for all the awesomeness that is to come. I'm so thankful for whatever great things are to come that I can't even imagine yet. So you're ending the letter in a very open way. Even though I told you earlier, be specific. But here's the thing. So let's say you're applying for many middle school, 6th grade teacher jobs as an English teacher. And you're just not getting that. But you're finding that quite a few 9th grade English teacher jobs are coming up. Are you going to turn them down? Are you going to think, well, maybe there's something telling me that I should try something new. And I kind of in the back of my mind thought about going into high school and teaching in high school instead. And I have kind of thought about teaching at that particular school that has an opening right now. So even though you're being specific, there are greater things out there that you can't even imagine. And I use this method every day as a way to pray, a way to stay calm. My friend who's here with me today, she showed me a box that she had, that she just found the other day, that she had from many years ago. She opened up the box, and in that box are little pieces of paper, and they all say, "Thank you. Thank you for helping me find my keys." And she put that in the box. "Thank you for the amazing words you gave me." And she dated them, but she doesn't even know what that particular sticker means. Like, what words was she given and guided to have? She doesn't know. This was in 2011. But she knows there was something that happened. And so she put it in the box. And she was looking at it the other day and flipping through and looking at all the little stickers. And when I pray, I notice that what happens a lot of times is we can get very desperate. Please give me some guidance and strength. I'm so worried right now. I find no matter how I say it, I still feel a stress within myself. But when I say, thank you God for blessing me with that wonderful speaking engagement that did not yet exist, I'm trusting. It's already taken care of. It's done. And there's so many things we don't have control over. So it's a way to say, okay, it's done. And I'm going to go physically do the things I need to do. So that you can become more relaxed, calm, and peaceful. Now, as I mentioned, write the letter to be open. At the end. At the end, just say, or whatever is best for me. Back in 2015, my husband and I then wrote a letter together. We had not yet, after about 9 years of marriage, had not yet been blessed with children. But we had been led to become foster parents. So now we were certified in 2015, and we were getting the phone calls coming in. And it's a very stressful process because there is a part of you want to take care of everybody. And I don't know, is this situation right for us? And it was really hard. So my husband was the one who said, I think you need to sit down and write your letter. And we did it together, and we wrote down what we wanted together. And one of the statements was, thank you for this beautiful, healthy child. This physically and mentally healthy child that you have blessed us with. Thank you for this child who we are easily and effortlessly adopting. Now, after I would read and go through the letter, I would mentally also say, Lord, if you want us to only foster children and we're not meant to adopt a child, I have to trust that there's a reason for that. And I said that all the way from the beginning. If we're just meant to foster and have a child in our life for a temporary moment, it's not about us, it's about the child. And I said, if you want us to be parents to a child with drug addiction or other special needs, I have to trust there's a purpose. I don't know if I have the strength, but I'm trusting I'm being given the strength to handle whatever we're given. And then, in May 2015, on the 15th of May, we had a little girl brought to our house when she was 8 days old. She's now 21 months old. And we are getting ready and in the process of adopting her. So, the Gratefulness Letter, and my husband's always a very calm person, and I'm, like I say, I'm more of the one that's, but it helped me trust. There was a reason why we were going through this process. And so by putting it on the paper, it's taken care of. It's done. So, I just want you all to think about how grateful and appreciative are you for the items today, for what is to come today. And be appreciative for what you have in your future. And as I come to an end here, I want you to come back in the room. I have a table in the back there. I want you to come back there and tell me your gratefulness story. How being thankful and appreciative has helped you. My information is here. I'm at Twitter at WilcoxLauraD and Instagram at Laura D. Wilcox. So if you're on the social media, please check me out. We would love to meet you, and I'd love to take a picture with you and again hear your story. So anyway, blessings to you, and thank you for having me.
Wow, Laura. Where were you this morning at about 7 a.m. in my life, I'd like to know?